Hi, this is Dr. Victoria Nalule, a research fellow at the Extractive Hub based at the Center for Energy, Petroleum and Mineral Policy at the University of Dundee in the UK. Here with me is Mr. Francis Osiemo from the African Legal Support Facility. And today he'll be taking us through the issue of foreign direct investment as a tool to promote good governance. But before we start, I would like him to briefly introduce himself, and thereafter he will take us through the discussion of FDI. Thank you.
So as introduced, my name is Francis Osiemo. I'm a legal counsel in the institutional division at the African Legal Support Facility. We had a presentation during the conference of investment and governance hosted by the Extractives Hub on how you can use foreign direct investment as a tool for better governance, especially in Africa. So it's very clear from the presentation we made that having very strong legal and regulatory framework is a way of attracting FDI into countries. So as we noted during the presented in the World Investment Report 2019 by UNCTAD, investments generally in 2018 reduced, but there was a boost in Africa of 11%. And most of the FDI into Africa, that is north, south, east, and central, was directed towards extractives. So we think that having a partnership with the Extractives Hub is a good way of the LSF continuing its vision of using legal capacity as a means to develop the economies in Africa. So FDI is a tool for encouraging good governance because countries work very hard to attract FDI. So in the process, they try to improve their regulatory framework. But we also note that there's a lot of regulation from the source countries of most of these companies, notably the United States and France. And we think that regulation of FDI from the source country is a good way of improving the governance in host countries. The LSF has been involved in improving the legal capacity in Africa. We've worked a lot with different partners, and we intend to work also with the Extractives Hub. And we are very active in the extractives sector. As mentioned during the conference, we had several case studies, and one of our main projects is AMLA. And the key takeaway points, we had two key takeaway points. Number one, LSF continues to work to ensure that African countries can achieve the Sustainable Development Goals, but also they need to be able to achieve some of the targets that are set, especially high five with the African Development Bank. So we continue to work together with partners like the Hub, and we are more than willing to continue working with other partners in this space. So FDI, just to conclude, FDI is a tool because countries have to work very hard to attract the FDI into their countries, but more importantly, as presented during the conference, we noted that flows or the source country of most of FDI has laws and regulations that are targeted to ensuring that the FDI in the host countries is done in a manner that is environmentally sustainable and in a manner that supports the governance in that particular host country.
Thank you very much, Francis, for this brief overview of FDI. And I also have to note that the Extractive Hub is very keen to work with the African Legal Support Facility, and I believe through this partnership we intend to achieve a lot on the African continent, especially in the extractive sector. And our viewers also have to note that his presentation about FDI will be put, the link to the presentation will be put underneath the video. And also, given the fact that this was a short video, it's also an opportunity for you to ask follow-up questions, and Whatever questions you have, you can either pass them on to Francis himself, or you can pass them through the hub, the extractive hub, and we shall be able to respond to all the questions. So think about the questions you would like to ask him with respect to FDI in the extractive sector, and we shall be getting back to you. All his contact details will be displayed, so do not hesitate to contact him in case you have any issues, questions, or suggestions, and do not hesitate to contact the Extractive Hub in case you need more information about FDI. Thank you very much, Francis, and thank you for accepting our invitation.
Thank you.